Good day, it's Mark Horton with Online Services, IDM, and today I'm going to work on purchasing and installing a SSL for a Windows 2012 server, and I will be taking you through the steps for that. Okay, we're actually going to install this on one of our main sites. Okay. We specialize in website development and SEO. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do is we need to log into our server. Okay, and we're just going to open up our server manager. We're going to go to Tools. Then we're going to go to the Internet Information Services. We're going to click on the left panel, the actual host information, and inside here what we're going to do is we're going to double click on server certificates. So I have a few SSLs in there now. The next step is we're going to create what's called a CSR. Sometimes the CSR can be a text file, but basically this is the initiation of the SSL from the server side, not to be confused with the actual issuer of the SSL. So we're going to click here, boop, and we're going to give it a common name, and our common name is going to be We Deliver the Hits.com, and it's online services, IDM, and SSL, Miami, Florida, US. I'm going to click next. There's various different, there's a couple of different types of providers. There's a DH. I always use RSA. So, if you really want to get into it, you have to find out what the DH is. It's not something I ever use. Okay. The provider of the certificate generally wants it to be a 2048-bit certificate. So I'll be upgrading it to 2048. That's why I set that. Then I go next. And over here, specify a file for certificate request. I have to give it a file name. So I'm going to come over here. What I generally like to do is I generally like to put the certificate in the actual folder with the website. Okay. So I'm going to create a new folder because I like to keep everything together, called SSL. Alright. And over here I'm going to call it We Deliver the Hits SSL. Okay. And I'm going to create that. Okay, great. So I've done step one for creating the CSR for the certificate. Okay. So now, next step two is I need to log out of there, and I need to go over to where I like to purchase my domain, my SSLs from, which is Go Get SSL. Okay, and I normally get that $4 certificate is generally what I get. I come down here and I'm going to find that puppy. It's right here. Okay, I'm going to purchase it. They have something for a 2-year, but I normally get the 1 year. Okay, so I'm going to keep trying in line with that. I'm going to get the 1 year. And I'm going to buy the SSL certificate. Okay, great. All right. And I'm going to move to the next step. SSL certificates are set. Selected item, that's what I got. How many servers? Unlimited. I'm going to click next. Okay, great. Stepping me right along. Okay. I'm going to use PayPal. And in PayPal, I'm going to use my Amex, but let's just keep moving forward. All right. There it goes. Okay. I'm going to pause it here while I do all of my credit card stuff. Okay. Okay, so I'm back from doing my credit card stuff, and we're moving along. So let me just make sure everything's moving good. Okay, it is. All right, I paid for the SSL. Now what I need to do is I need to manage. Okay. All right. So this is going to be my new one because it's incomplete. And I'm going to click View. Great. All right. So over here, I'm going to click Generate. Let's go back. Generate certificate. Okay. I'm going to go back one more time because I saw some stuff down here that is empty. It's nothing there, but eventually we're going to fill all this in. All right, so then let's go forward again. All right, so one thing it needs here is it needs to have the actual CSR code. And so you may remember that we saved the CSR code in a text file. On the server in the SSL folder. So I'm going to download this SSL folder, and I'm going to open up my text file, and what it's looking for is this code here. I'm going to copy it all, making sure that I don't have any spaces anywhere, and then I'm going to come back over here, and I'm going to paste that guy in there, okay, by doing a Control V. Okay. I'm going to validate the CSR. Okay, now it wants to validate that I actually have that website. So what I like to do is I need to go and do the HTTP validation because it's the easiest. A lot of times I'm working with clients, and so what it'll do if I select email is it'll send the client an email, which I don't have access to their emails, so it's not very helpful. So I'm going to use the hash file. Okay, and over here I'm going to specify the owner of the SSL. Okay, and I'm going to check that I agree. And okay, boom. Now I'm going to go to SSL management. Okay, all that's there. I'm going to download the CSR. Now, what's interesting is there's normally another tab up here, but perhaps it's going to show up later. I downloaded the CSR. And here it is. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that into my SSL folder. Okay, great. This is on my local machine, by the way. So one of the things I need to do is I need to kind of keep these guys in sync. So I'm going to upload it. You're going to see me do that multiple times. It's just the way I do it to keep it straight for myself. You don't actually have to do it that way. And I have the CSR downloaded. Well, that's kind of the interim. Okay, what I need to do now is all right. It's processing. Okay, it's paid. We don't want to cancel the order for sure. There we go. So it just takes a few minutes for it to catch up, and then it opens up the other tab. So now we want to do the validation. I've had some trouble creating this folder on the server. So in this case, what I've found is that if I create the folder on my local computer and then upload the folder, it seems to go up with no problem. So I'm going to do that. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to one of my existing SSLs, and I'm just going to upload the whole folder .well known -known to we deliver the hits. And it says it's finished, so I'm going to delete it. I'm not sure why it's not updating. Okay, but this is not the right file for us, so we're going to delete that. Okay, and I'm going to come back to the local machine, which is on the left side, then the remote server is on the right side. Okay, and then I'm going to download that folder to my local computer. Okay, and then we're kind of back over here. I'm going to hit download. Okay, so that's over there. This is over here. And okay, this is the file that was just downloaded. Put that there. Okay, great. We're going to go to FTP, and boom, there it is. Come over here, it should have nothing. So we're going to upload it. So this is going to help us to validate. Okay. This whole validation process takes a few minutes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click validation to kick it off and make it do its thing. And once it's done, it's going to come back and it's going to create a bunch of files for me, and then I have those files, and then basically we're ready to continue. Alright, so in the meantime, I'm going to pause the video until I get the files come back. And that's pretty much that. Okay. Okay, so the file has come in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save as. It has an attachment. I'm going to save as, and I'm going to put it in my SSL folder, and boom, there it is. Actually, I've already did it before I started the video, unfortunately. Okay, so anyway, it's there. And so now what I'm going to do, that I have that there, I'm going to, nope, not there. How about here? Okay, that's got the old one I was working on. So I'm going to come over here, go in there, we deliver the hits, SSL. Okay, boop, boop. All right, and where am I going to extract it to? I don't want to extract it to moisture rid. Boop. Okay, I'm extracted to my we delivered it hits SSL folder, and it's basically just a couple of files, but the most important one is this CRT file. This is the actual certificate. Okay, so now that's there. Let's get back in sync. We had to wait for the validation, which was this part here, to actually work in order to be able to send it up. So so now I'm gonna send that guy up, and uploaded it. Great. I'm gonna go back to the server now, and over here, you may recall when we were in here and we clicked on the server certificate, we did all of that stuff. Let's do it again. We had initially created a certificate request, and now we're going to complete the certificate request. So we're going to do that by locating our file, which is over here in the SSL folder. They use different extensions. So in this case, we want to use the CRT. Our friendly name is we deliver the hits.com. And we just been using the personal. I really don't know what the difference is between the personal and the web hosting. I'm not really a server guy, but I know how to do great SEO, and I can manage my servers. Okay. So boom, now that guy is in there. So we're ready for the next step now. Okay, so in the next step, we're going to open up IIS again, and we're going to find our website, which is here. We're going to go to edit bindings. Okay, and so you'll see here the non-HTTPS is there already, and we're just going to add some new guys here. We are actually using the same IP address for a lot of our sites, and so Microsoft Windows provides you or gives you the ability to be able to have multiple domain names on one IP address using SSL. And so I'm going to set this to HTTPS, and I'm going to start off with we deliver the hits.com. Okay, and I'm going to check this required name server indication. This is a special facility that they have in Windows that allows you to be able to use the one IP address for multiple websites. Okay, and so that needs to be checked. Okay, and inside the SSL certificates, the new one that we just created is there. And we're going to click OK. Then we're going to click Add. And we're going to select our IP address again. And we're going to go HTTPS again. And www this time, we deliver the hits.com. And again, select the RSN, require server name. And again, select we deliver the hits and click OK. Okay. So now we're good there. We have that up and running. Okay. And one thing that we can do is we can do an IIS reset. You know, you could probably do it individually. Sometimes I'm not exactly sure if the individual reset actually works, so I like to use the IIS reset. You know, because I know that it's actually taking everything down and just bringing it back up. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to put in we deliver the hits. It comes up unsecure because I didn't tell it to not to. And then I'm going to go https:// and voila, we have a SSL. Okay, we have a little lock there that which looks great. All right, but now we're not quite done. There's another area that needs to happen. The web.config file for the site actually has to change. Okay, so one of the things that we're going to do here now is we're going to pop over here, and here's I guess we could have stayed there, but if we look at the web config file here, you'll notice that it has we deliver the hits and all of that stuff in there like that. It's telling it exactly where it needs to go and blah blah blah. For some reason I brought it up in Dreamweaver. That was not really the intention, but what I really need this guy to do is I'm going to change this guy to old. Okay, fine. And then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to go to one of my sites that I already have the SSL up and running. So we'll go with TrueCool and we'll get the proper configuration file for it. Great. And okay. And let's take a look at this configuration file, just to talk about it. Okay. In this file, you'll notice that we don't actually even have the name. So this is the area that's actually really dealing with getting everything over to the HTTPS. This area here is really for the CDN to speed up the site and make it fast. This one here basically says no PHP files are supposed to run here, which eliminates a lot of hackers. Okay, and gets rid of a lot of hackers. So, okay, put it in the right place. I'm gonna upload this puppy. Guys up there. What am I going to do? I'm going to do my IIS reset one more time to make sure it picks up the new web config file when it starts. And then let's go over here. And a lot of times we have to do Control F5s in order to make this thing work. But let's see what we have. We deliver the hits.com. Okay, so that was a little bit unexpected. Oh, as in the server's down? Hold on. What did it not like? Didn't like something. That says access forbidden. Okay. I have seen that once before, and what I saw that it seems like the default pages get wiped out. Yes, default page got wiped out. I'm not sure why that happens. I'm going to add it back, and this time I'm just going to do an individual restart, and we're going to hope that that worked, and it did. Okay, so I don't know why that happens, but it does happen every once in a while. And I want to see if my redirects are working. Okay, and this time I want to go www.redeliverthehits, and everything is working great. Okay, fantastic. All right, so that's pretty much it. That took us from soup to nuts as far as getting the SSL installed on the server. Okay, that's pretty much it. Okay.